Some forms of terror are fresher. The more intense the fear, the more the emotions die. Terror in its truest sense is not a static state, but a dynamic. It is the moment when hope turns to despair. It's anime, can you feel the vibe? That'll make you feel like you want to jump and jive. Afrox coming to you live. This is Anime Legends Season 5. Steal your heart and we'll keep you alive. Tell me, can you hear that Akudama drive? It's anime and we're here to describe. You just have to like, comment, and subscribe. Click on any other channel, access denied. I cannot give up, but you know I tried. But as soon as all the emotions die, reborn from the fire deep down inside. So come with me and enjoy the ride. The entertainer is here to keep you satisfied. Afrox coming to you live. This is Anime Legends Season 5. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 18th episode of the 5th and final season of Anime Legends. My name is Afrox. I am the anime guide, here to guide the new into some of the old, and the old into some of the new. All right, so you may be wondering, you may be a bit confused, you may be wondering why the subject for today is probably a character that I talk about more than any other character in anime, which is Monkey D. Luffy. That is because this is the third to the last episode of Anime Legends, and I'm kind of planning on having these last three be a 3-part thing that focuses on some of the main characters in anime that are really popular. And there's a specific one that I'm going to do on the final episode, which you'll understand when we get there, but I do want to keep the next 2 episode topics a surprise to everyone. So yeah, excited to share that with you, and really excited to be in the last few weeks of Anime Legends. Sad to see it go, but like, what a run. What a great run. 5 seasons. And at the end of this season, let's see, the first season was 50 episodes. We've done 20 for the rest of them. So that will be, at the end of this season, Anime Legends will span 130 episodes, which is absolutely crazy, with each live stream being about 30 minutes. That is roughly 60 hours worth of content. That's roughly about like just under 3, or just over 3 full days of content that we have made over the past, like 5 years? I think Anime Legends debuted 5 years ago. But yeah, absolutely crazy. 130 episodes. But yeah, and of course we have the guy who's been here with us, the guy who's seen it all, Trix the Anime Hater, also known to a lot of people as the greatest fan of the Afrox channel. Thanks so much for being here. He says, yo, and I say yo right back. Actually, since we're talking about One Piece today, I say, yo! There we go. Little Brook there for you. All right. So, we are, Trix is here to stay. Glad to hear it, man. So, today we are just going to jump straight into things. I'll probably do, my ad stuff at the ad read at the end. So let's jump straight into things. I'm not going to give an entire synopsis of One Piece because that would just take way too long. But I'm gonna hit probably the main points about the character of Luffy. So let's start with a pretty good question here, which is, who is Monkey D. Luffy? Um, at a base value, if I was talking to a person who had never heard of anime before, and they asked me who is Monkey D. Luffy, I would say that Monkey D. Luffy is the main character of the anime One Piece. And that One Piece is and I think I can pretty well with confidence say this, One Piece is the most popular anime in the entire world. That I know for sure One Piece has the highest selling manga chapters in the world. So that being said, on a character level, Monkey D. Luffy is a boy who started out at 18 years old. He started out at 18 years old on a journey to achieve his dream of becoming, of finding the treasure called the One Piece that was left by Gold Roger. And really, I should probably give you a bit more context. There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had wealth, fame, and fortune beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said. My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece. Ever since, pirates from all over the world have set sail for the Grand Line and One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true. That is the legend of the One Piece treasure, and kind of the inspiration for Luffy to go out and find the treasure. And as everyone knows, whoever claims ownership of the One Piece shall be crowned the king of the pirates. So Luffy sets off on his adventure. Specifically, one of his biggest goals is to put together a crew of 10 able-bodied men. And by men, he means like people. Crew of 10 able-bodied members. And so along the way, he has gained Roronoa Zoro, who is, and this is actually interesting, Zoro is not technically the first mate of the Straw Hat Pirates. His official title is the Swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates. Also, his epithet, or his nickname, is still Pirate Hunter for some strange reason, even though he is a well-known pirate at this point. Gained Roronoa Zoro, the swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates. Nami, who was originally a thief, but then became the steadfast navigator of the Straw Hat Pirates. Usopp, originally a liar from Syrup Village, and the captain of his own recognized pirate crew called the Usopp Pirates. Eventually went on to become, at first the shipwright, but then more so the sniper of the Straw Hat Pirates. Then there is Sanji, who is the chef of the Straw Hat Pirates. Chopper, who is the doctor of the Straw Hat Pirates, who also happens to be a walking, talking reindeer. Then there is Frankie, who is a cyborg, part human, part machine, and he is the shipwright of the Straw Hat Pirates. Then there is Brooke, who is a undead living skeleton, thanks to the revive fruit. He has an afro, which nobody knows why. His body literally defies all known physics, but he is the musician of the Straw Hat Pirates. And finally, and most recently, there is Jean Bay. Originally had his own pirate crew, the New Sun Pirates, also sailed under Big Mom, but defied her and joined the Straw Hat Pirates as the helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates. Pretty much the guy that is in charge of turning the wheel of the ship. So that is all the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy, his goal is kind of twofold, because his goal, just as Rogers was not simply to become king of the pirates, but he has another secret goal that has never been revealed to the audience. It was revealed to the Straw Hat Pirates, and this goal would require you to have to be the king of the pirates to accomplish it. Nobody knows the secret goal yet, and everyone can just theorize. Personally, if you ask my opinion, my theory is that Luffy would want to unite every pirate crew. And my guess is that Luffy's secret goal is that every pirate in the world can have one big party. And I'm guessing that is his goal, because you would have to be the king of the pirates to get every pirate to work together peacefully to have a big party. So that's just my guess, but who knows? Also, there is some speculation on whether or not Luffy is technically the king of the pirates already, because when he leaves Sabaody, he says to Rayleigh, the king of the pirates is the most free man on the seas. Yeah. King of the Pirates is the most free man on the seas. And honestly, after defeating Kaido, who was probably known worldwide as the biggest, like, the most dangerous of the four emperors, Luffy is kind of free. Most pirates don't want to attack him because they're afraid of him. And the Marines don't even want to attack him because he's an emperor. So Luffy is kind of already as free as he can be. Nobody wants to touch him. So there's something to be said for that. As a character, Luffy is extremely goofy. He is impulsive. Whenever the Straw Hats arrive at a new island, Luffy is always the first one to rush into the action and go find out what this new island has in store. And I think that's really, really cool. So I did say he started out at 18. In the series, canonically, with the 2-year time skip and everything that has happened, probably about 2.5 to 3 years have passed. So Luffy currently is 20 years old, almost 21 at best guess. Which I think it's really cool that in anime we have protagonists that are actually adults and in their young adult years. What's crazy is what's crazy, the crazy fact from another anime is that Goku is canonically like in his mid 30s Um, and maybe even he's either in his mid 30s or mid 40s, something like that, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Um, Naruto, at the end of the series, he is almost 30 years old. He's like, I don't know, 26, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, Luffy is canonically 20, almost 21 years old, which I think is really, really cool. What else can I tell you about Luffy? Um, Luffy has simple tastes. Pretty much the biggest downfall for all of the villains of One Piece has been that the people that they were oppressing showed kindness to Luffy. There's kind of a background rule in One Piece that if any character gives food to Luffy, if any character feeds Luffy, they are his friend for life, and he will do pretty much anything for them. Um, uh, Vivi fed the Straw Hats breakfast back on Whiskey Peak. Um, Rebecca gave him food in the Dressrosa Coliseum. Um, uh, Tama gave him like the last of her food on Wano. So there's a whole bunch of situations where, like, if you just give Luffy some food, like, you and your entire kingdom are pretty much set. Um, which is nice. Um, Trick says, "Hell yeah, Brooke, laugh like that. You like that? Dropping that One Piece opening, yes. Oh, that's a point I want to point out. In the there is only one version of the Legend of the One Piece that I accept, and that is the 4 Kids dub version. Which you may say, why do you only accept the 4 Kids dub version? I only accept the 4 Kids dub version because in that version, Gold Roger says, "I left everything I own in one piece." He makes a pun. Not only do I like that, but later on in the series, in an actual manga panel, they're talking about the One Piece, and Luffy actually says, "Yeah, that's why it's called the One Piece, because he said, I left everything I own in one piece." The Funimation dub has changed this to Gold Roger saying, "I left everything I own in one place." But no, canonically, he said, and it is referenced later, "I left everything I own in one piece," which is where the treasure got its name. So yeah. A couple of other small things. What is later revealed is that the One Piece is located on what was originally called Raftel Island, but has now been translated as Laugh-Tale, which is the final island in the Grand Line. And you cannot take a log pose to get there. The farthest you can go with a log pose is Lodestar Island. To get to the actual location of the final island, you have to either be able to read the poneglyphs or have someone on your crew that can read the poneglyphs, or do some really, really shady stuff like Blackbeard has done to force someone to read you the poneglyphs. And only by doing this, only by reading the 4 road poneglyphs, because there are about 40 different poneglyphs. Poneglyphs are big stones that, like, history and messages are written on. And only by reading the 4 road poneglyphs that are located in different locations of the world will you ever be able to find the location of Laugh-Tale, and thus the One Piece. That's very important to know. Uh, and to all of you who are very well versed in Luffy and One Piece, I'm sorry, this is a lot of repetitive information, but this is more for people who have never ever heard of One Piece, who have maybe never heard of anime, stuff like that. But yeah, that I mean, I mean, if you're more interested in uh, Luffy at all, definitely make sure to check out One Piece. It's a great series. It does take a while, but that while is worth it, and it will be a very fun ride. I actually in my One Piece journey, I saw the world premiere of the English dub of One Piece, of the 4Kids dub, all the way back in, I want to say, 2005, when I was probably about 11 or 12 years old. And I'll never forget it. It was absolutely amazing. And so I pretty much have been watching One Piece from the beginning of it being in America, in anime form at least. And I stopped for a number of years, and then I read in Shonen Jump they had a catch up of everything that had happened up to chapter 600. And at about chapter 600, the beginning of the Impel Down arc was where I started reading the manga. And then over the years, I've read from chapter 600 all the way to where they are at now, which is they are just about to hit chapter 1136. So I have read probably I've read nearly 600 chapters of One Piece manga, which is absolutely amazing. And then what? So I stopped watching right after the Logtown arc when I was a kid. When I was an adult and started getting back into it, about when I was 20 years old, I went back and I watched from Logtown all the way up to where the Impel Down arc started. And because then I knew the story from then on. So because of that, because I went back and caught up, I am probably one of the few people in the world who knows the entire story of One Piece from start to current. Yeah. And then of course after that I started watching um the current episodes as they were coming out on Crunchyroll. Um, so I've been watching like the current anime of One Piece, which I have to say the current anime of One Piece has changed a lot, but my God, it's amazing. I love it that they hired multiple animators because it lets the world of One Piece be as crazy and goofy and zany as it's supposed to be. It lets the anime of One Piece and the world of One Piece be what Oda's heart intended it to be, which the thing he intended it to be is it's just supposed to be a fun cartoon. It's just supposed to be something to make you smile, something to bring joy. Um, yeah, it's very. I don't want to say ironic. It's very fitting. It's very fitting that Gold Roger named the final island Laugh Tale, because that's all One Piece is. It's a silly story. One Piece is a laugh tale, um, and I think that's cool. Um, so yeah, that's all about Monkey D. Luffy, and a lot about One Piece that I can really tell you. The things he does for food, absolutely. Um, one have to be to read or watch One Piece. Yes. The wacky showcase is what's needed. It really is. One Piece would not be One Piece unless there were hilarious moments. And I like that still in the manga, Oda is managing to fit moments in there. Like, like when there's really serious moments like Robin and Saul meeting up again, that's also juxtaposed by every once in a while, Oda will just throw in Nami punching Luffy and Usopp in the head and them having big welts on their faces. Or Sanji swooning over girls. And I love that the humor has not been lost in his work. Um, anyways, that is all for the topic for today. If you liked this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I absolutely would love to tell you more about anime. It's my favorite thing to do. That's why I'm here. It's why I have this channel. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this. Tell your friends. If there's someone who does not know about anime, they definitely need to be checking out this channel 100%. If you want to support the channel, you can go to Patreon. You can sign up to donate in increments of $5, $10, $30, $50, or $100 a month. Trix here, he is the legendary status. And so at the end of every edited video, he gets his name announced in fully edited audio with fancy lettering, really, really big in like an announcer voice, like in Smash Bros. So that's really, really cool. And you can have that too if you want to donate at specific levels in the Patreon, which would be awesome. I would love that. If you want to check me out on Facebook, I do have an AfroX page on there, but you probably would want to look for the official AfroX fan club. If you join that group, you'll be added to a chat where I regularly talk to people. And honestly, this is kind of a side thing. If you are in that chat, while I am watching anime myself, I sometimes will post clips in there or talk about funny things. So if you want to be in on kind of the hush secret inner talkings of the AfroX channel, that's the place you're going to want to be. Now, if you want to be in a community of people, just really dive in and talk to a lot of people, then you're going to want to go to Discord and check out the Afro Nation. The Afro Nation is a Discord server which not only has tabs for AfroX, but also all my other sister channels and stuff. Afro the Sniper is where I do gaming. Terror Time, if you're in the Dead by Daylight fandom. And even stuff like, what is it? Yes, Nerdtastic News, which Nerdtastic News, I have neglected that for so long, and I really need to start working on that. Yes, if you want to be attached to everything that AfroX is attached to, and AfroX as well, definitely check out the Afro Nation on Discord. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I am at the legendary Afro_X. If you want to check me out on X, I am at the real AfroX on there, although I am rarely on there because it's just a horrible place. No offense. You know what? All offense. And if you want to check me out on the not banned TikTok, I am on there as at AfroX_YT. And on TikTok, I make a lot more content with this stuff, face stuff, as I call it, where I'll be talking about things less anime, more real life stuff. I do a series called Nothing Makes Sense, where I talk about things in life that don't make sense. I do a series called Spoken Lyrics, where I do a skit where I speak the lyrics of a song. And I also do a lot of new flavors of soda reviews when new flavors of soda come out. So that's all really, really cool stuff. If you want to see any of that, check out at AfroX_YT on TikTok. Anyways, that is all for tonight. Thank you for listening to me talk about Monkey D. Luffy, and in the spirit of him, Kaizukoni Orewanaru. Or in English, I'm going to be king of the pirates. All right, so keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro. And always remember to stay legendary. See you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.